active and do some punching from the bottom. Because right now, Mikhail is really having his way with him. Oh, a nice punch. He's starting to get some room, but as you can see, the arms, the length of Moraes is, if he can just keep him away, see he's got that straight arm going, Mikhail can almost not reach Moraes. Now, there you go, Moraes now getting some punching room and getting the best of that little flurry of Mikhail. Mikhail now falling back in a dominating position. Federico, what is Moraes to do in this position?
I think Moraes should try to do the sweep. One of the ways he could do that would be by lacing, by having his arms around Mikhail's arms, having his arms under his arms, hold it, and use both of his legs to do a sweep or an elevator, whatever you call it. I'm actually speechless, the fact that Moraes is taking so long to do anything. At that point, he could hold both legs and revert the game.
Yeah, to me, his jiu-jitsu skills are really being tested here.
Yeah, I was expecting more from Ricardo at this point.
Nice punches by Mikhail from the top position. Those are starting to take some effect on Moraes, the big man.
Moraes is fighting smart every time. When he fights with the closed guard, with his legs crossed like that, he's being smart, because fighting a sambo guy with the legs open, with the open guard, like we call in Brazil, is very dangerous, because it gives the Mikhail a chance to attack through either a leg lock or a knee bar or an ankle hold.
Again, I can't stress enough the beautiful positioning that Mikhail's doing. He really, I can see the wrestling experience in him, keeping that those knees very wide spread.
Wow, now the crowd is getting excited. They feel their Russian champion is ahead of the game, you know?
Yeah, he really is. He's fighting a beautiful fight. It was really interesting to see, or it is interesting to see, what it finally was going to take for someone to be able to do something against
the monster.
Yeah, this guy is just so big and strong. But now he's being tested on the ground where he really hasn't been. Both fighters exchanging there. Now Moraes being able to keep Mikhail down a little bit. You'll see him try to slip out a little bit.
Great game.
It really is a chess match at this point. Mikhail trying to control the fight from the top, keep Moraes where he wants. I don't know what type of submission he can do from here. Now Moraes trying to slip out of it, unable to. Mikhail, again, with a good base. You'll see wrestlers do that a lot. They keep on one knee planted on the ground wide and another leg spread out.
Both guys are sticking to their game plan.
Unbelievable what's going on here. Moraes, I don't know if this was his game plan. I don't know if he really planned on being in the bottom like this against a wrestler like this.
So that's the right thing for him to do.
Yeah, he's got to push off. An elevator, correct, Lapenda?
Yeah, sweep.
Push him up and off. And then try and do the sweep.
He complained, Ricardo Moraes put his finger in his eyes. Ricardo Moraes says, no, we continue. You did that to Igor Vovchanchin, so I'm going to pay you back now.
I don't know if that's it. Wow. Mikhail took a nice shot to the eye, breaking. Unfortunately, in no holds barred, sometimes things happen, and it's the champion that can fight on and endure. It has to take a lot of punishment, and now he's fighting back like a champion. Unbelievable non-stop action. This was the final match that everybody really expected to see and wanted to see, and here they're seeing.
Great game.
Now they'll hold the hands. Oh, and a nice stretch and lean back. That's what you do. You set your opponent up. Hold hands and oh, a beautiful move.
Very good move by Ricardo.
Unbelievable. Ricardo waited for it. He sat up a little bit too high, did Mikhail.
That's the game of the jiu-jitsu man. He'll take his time, wait for the right opening, and then he'll capitalize on it.
These Brazilian fighters are so tough, the beatings that they're willing to take to wait for it to get their game. Now, is he too slippery to be able to dig those hoofs in? That'll be the question. He's getting those legs up and underneath. Now really punishing Mikhail from the top.
Oh, my God. Look how many blows Mikhail is taking to the back of the head. He will have a headache tomorrow.
This is the positioning that every Brazilian jiu-jitsu man wants to be in. Your opponent turning his back, where you can elbow, you can strike. Once he leans up, puts those arms down a little bit, he can slip his hand in and hopefully finish with a choke. Right now, just wailing away. Look at the face though of Moraes. He's just trying to beat him himself.
Moraes took a lot of punches from that.
He's now trying to dig in for the choke. Because there's some guys you can punch so much, but they'll never give up.
Mikhail punching. No, Mikhail helpless at this point. He's not even trying to fight back. It's almost as if he wants his corner to throw the towel, because for Russia, for Brazil, and some other countries, it's a disgrace for a fighter to tap. They try not to tap. They have this big ego. And so maybe that's what's happening, because he's not even fighting back. Look at this, Greg Friedman.
Now Moraes is getting smart. He's using the elbows, because those hands are probably, if they're not already broken, a couple of fingers or knuckles off. You can just not punch someone that many times without breaking your hand.
It seems like Moraes is tired of hurting the guy.
Or he's just running out of a little juice. Again, the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is to tire your opponent on, tire your opponent down, control him, let your opponent make a mistake, give up the neck, and choke. Moraes, as you can see, is trying to work it in there, and then when he can't do it, he back off, and then use the strikes again. But he's got those hooks, as we call them, dug in, meaning he's got the feet wrapped around the waist and around the upper thigh of the Russian. And there goes the Russian. There goes the tap out. He's done. He got the choke in. He slipped the arm up and under, and it's over. I think it's over.
Finally.
He's not getting off. What's going on here?
Ricardo, look how
Ricardo is so exhausted. Look at the face of Ricardo. Unbelievable. He took a heck of a beating, but kept on ticking and came out victorious. He'll take the championship, the absolute championship, home to Brazil. Well deserving. Look at that eye. That is the face of a fighter.
What a match, Greg. Hansel Gracie tries to lift Ricardo Moraes.
Can't even do it. Moraes is just dead weight right now. Mikhail fought a beautiful fight. A very tough game fighter.
His corner very upset. Look how angry his cornerman is. Like, why did you stop? You could take more punishment.
You had him, and he did. He was in a very dominant position. But you make one wrong move, and you're dealing against a tough person. You cannot afford to make a mistake. He made a mistake. It finished him. Ricardo Moraes from Brazil, the absolute champion. Thank you, everybody. I'm Greg Friedman, along with Federico Lapenda, saying thank you and see you next time from Moscow, Russia.
Yeah, the Absolute Fighting Championship was sponsored by Anything Goes Where. And would like to say thanks to our fans who support No Holds Barred so strongly. And those are the last moments of the fight.
You see the beautiful takedown there and the control by Mikhail. But it was just too much of Brazil tonight. True Brazilians come to the show. One comes home a champion. The other one with a big headache. We'll look at this action again before signing off. Nice shots to the face from the bottom. This is where Moraes started to take control. Mikhail leaned up to take some to hit some punches on Moraes. And when he did, here's where he made the mistake. He tried to think about an ankle lock. He was kicked back. Moraes leaned up, came over, and it was all over. Punishment, knees, hand strikes, elbow strikes, and Mikhail just ran out of juice. It was the heart of a champion that prevailed tonight. The big man from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Ricardo Moraes. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Chegando, bicho. Vai querer dar soco. Bota na mão. Vamos lá, bicho. Começa a gingar, vai prensando na cerca. Aí. Prepara pra agarrar o bicho. E prensa ele na cerca, ele pra direita. Aí. E prensa ele na cerca, vai.